and I wish that they kind of mandate and built into a lot of these degrees that these women are receiving from these colleges and universities, is that they take all these women graduate and have to mandate an elective to take one relationship building course and a femininity course before they graduate, built into that expensive ass degree that they're getting, because
We used
they're
to
not
have that
going to, they're not built. Really? I never knew
in
that.
high school. We used to have that. We had home economics. They got rid of. See, I'm 51, so me and Jr. We remember, and Hank, we remember back in the 80s that we had wood shop and auto shop, and the guys took in metal shop, and guys took that, and women
Yeah, those
had
are school too.
home economics, cooking. We had literally cooktops and refrigerators in the classroom in high school. They got rid of all of that.
But see, that there lies the issue. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are not getting that training or that exposure at home, and they're not, and it's no longer in the high school program. And I'm the last frontier has to be at the collegiate level, because one of the biggest conversations that a lot of returning alumni, and I had this conversation years ago. I remember a girl had told me when they had their alumni meeting, he had told me that they would gather and talk about, why don't these men here want to date us? And that was really the crux and base of their conversation. They couldn't find, men that they wanted, or those men that they sought after didn't want them. And sort of, I think it's a huge issue, and I think it should be looked at as almost like a national emergency, because a lot of these women do need, etiquette courses. You know what I'm saying? You want to eat at these fancy restaurants, but yet you don't know the difference between the two different forks. You don't know how to properly hold the spoon or any of these things, right? I think it's a natural erosion in the culture, in the things that we basically need. And those same skills are going to be the same skills that you pass down onto your children. Like, it has to be somewhere. So that's all I got.
Man, Luis, and it's crazy that you said that you have these women asking that question. Why don't these men want to date us? And all I will say is, have you ever spoke to men? Go talk to them. Literally, they're right there. All you, somebody in the chat mentioned that how Ebony Kane went to Earn Your Leisure and had all these eligible black men around her. All you got to do is have a conversation with them. They will literally tell you. So, and which actually leads to my next point. Marcus is right, and she's still full of shit at the same time. She's right and full of shit at the same time. And this is the only reason why she said that, because she's on a panel with men. She actually finally spoke to men. She's full of shit, because if what she said, if she truly believed what she said, she wouldn't have had nothing to say. She wouldn't have said none of the stuff that came before that about they're not being eligible men, they're not being enough, they're not educated, we're out educated, we're out home buying them, we're outpacing them. She wouldn't have said none of that. Why? Because she knows exactly that these men exist. So she's full of shit. She only said what she thought those men wanted to hear. And here's the trip, though. Here's the trip. What do y'all say? The thing is, she knows exactly what she's supposed to do. Kevin Samuel said it best. A lot of these middle-aged women should be winning. You should be winning. You know the game. You know what you want. You know what you're supposed to do. She just don't want to do it, and she will not admit that. I wish she would just come out and admit to women, hey, look, these is what these men want. She just told us what men want. You just told us. Then why can't you get them if you know the assignment? You need to tell the truth and say, because I don't want to do it. I just don't want to. It's not my cards. I don't want to be soft. I don't want to be feminine. I don't want to be any of that. I just want to be me. And I want to be the high earning, super black woman that I am. And I'm not subscribing to that. I'd rather her be honest in that factor, because you just told the truth about what men want. And you just told the truth that a lot of these men don't want women like you. And you didn't answer the question as to why.
But Sweeney, that right there will tell you something. It's because those women like her, they're giving the wrong information and the wrong game to the younger generation and the younger women. And because of that, they don't see themselves in younger women. They see themselves as the younger woman.
Yeah, and the thing is, you're absolutely right, because that's what she was doing. She was double talking. She was literally double talking. She was saying one thing while also saying she was saying two different things at the same exact time, trying to fit both things. But again, and this is what I hope that a lot of women gathered from that conversation, and hopefully from our reaction to it, is that she simply doesn't want to do the things that is necessary for her to work with a man her age and her tax bracket. She doesn't want to do it. And I wish she would be honest enough to come out and tell women that, like, hey, this is what men want, but to be real with y'all, I don't want to do it. But that doesn't. Go ahead, JR.
No, I just wanted to put the last clip in real quick, and then we could just go ahead and finish the discussion. We'll put this last clip in.
Think about it. I think you're damn sure, because I got girlfriends that and sorority sisters that don't like to date those men. It's exactly what you said. They're 40. They want to date a 40-year-old. They don't have kids. They don't want him to have kids. Right. So one of the reasons, I'm sure we'll get into this, you guys know I've been very public that I am deep into my single motherhood by choice journey. I'm having my child as we speak. Like, that process is well underway. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons I'm doing that is because I date older men. And you know what the situation of older men are? They've had their children. Their children are grown. Their children might even be in college or beyond. So a 56-year-old man, even a 58-year-old man, is not inclined to want to change Pampers and warm bottles. Okay, he's done that, right? So I'm not going to say, because I was doing that. Like, before I decided to do this journey, I was like 37, 38, and I was dating these like 52, 53-year-old guys, a lot of them in finance, a lot of them in, having businesses. And they were like, love you, definitely would be with you, would even marry you. But baby, oh no, no. So I kept running into that. Like, there were like 3 guys in a row that was the scenario. So it's like, now I got a decision to make. How bad do I want to be a mother? I had to assess that, because if that's kind of optional, then what he's proposing is a good scenario. Let's go live life, and I still boss out and be a great career woman, and we travel and go to the St. Bart's and Saint Tropez and live a great life. But if I really want to be a mother, and I had to make a different decision, which is let me go have my child, and then we can have more of a companion relationship with these older guys that have already raised their children and lived their lives. And that's probably the path I'm on. Yeah. But yes, to the front end of your question, what do we do as middle-aged, let's say that, let's just own it, right? Middle-aged Black women who are highly educated with these high incomes based on societal averages. We've essentially priced ourselves out of the market. And when I say I mean in a lot of ways, we priced ourselves out of the market in terms of our incomes many of the time. Because think about it, like, let's just talk. You guys are numbers guys for real, right? When you're talking about making $500,000 to $750,000 a year in some cities, you're talking about being in the 1% to 2% of income earners of the whole society.
Yes.
As period, not just as Black women, like period. Like, when you make $750,000 a year or more in New York City, you're earning in the top 1% of New York City, even compared to white men, compared to Black men, compared to anybody. So now that's a small pool anyway. And now you're telling me that I want somebody that's earning in the top 1% alongside me, and I want him to, potentially not have children and want to have more children. It's too much. So yes, we do have to start making strategic, whether you want to call it compromises or settling or Mr. Good Enough, or I don't give a damn what you call it, but we have to start deciding what's important. So for me, being a mother is important. For me, maintaining a high income so that I can maintain autonomy and the ability to say no to any shit I don't want to tolerate is important. I don't give a damn who feel a way about it. It's important to me. Money is power, no matter who has it. You better know that. Okay. How many women right now, or men, are in domestically violent situations because they don't have the capacity financially to leave and go anywhere else, or they, would love to leave a unfulfilling relationship? Because I love how people always act like people that, are in that middle to low income range. They're all good people. They all love their mamas, and they're all perfect partners, right? Get the fuck out of here. No.
For real.
Unhappy, right? Let's stop that Tyler Perry bullshit. The reality is, a lot of them are unhappy in those relationships.
They're stuck together.
We just spoke about this.
Literally, they cannot fiscally look at these interest rates. Look at these rental rates.
Can't afford to go anywhere.
New York because I was paying $6,000 a month rent for a 1-bedroom apartment. Get the hell out of here. So let me go ahead and get this mortgage situation going. So, you know, those are some of the things. So you can't have it all. I don't care who you are, man or woman, but you can have a lot of what you want if you're willing to tell the truth about what that is and what that looks like.
Didn't I tell y'all?
Man,
Didn't I tell
you
y'all?
was
called
right.
it too.
He presented
Didn't I
three
call it?
different
You called
type
it.
of
I called it too.
she can see herself in. She presented 3 different relationship dynamics that she could potentially be in. Oh my God.
My thing is this, right?
Wait, she wasn't
Out of
consistent from
out of this entire,
She's
from
not
the beginning
consistent
to
to
the
me.
end, from the beginning to the end, she has been consistent. But there's only one aspect of a relationship that she has discussed throughout the entire video, and she's only ever said anything about financial or fiscal. She hasn't talked about how she's treated, if the nigga don't whoop her ass. She ain't talking about if he's a good father, if he's a good husband, a good man, if he got genuine qualities. Nothing. The only thing she's talking about is fiscal. So to me, it sounds like she's not looking for a relation. It sounds like a corporate merger. Like and even that is just like not a sexy situation. It's almost like she's a female basketball player trying to get a male basketball player by showing him her dribble. And it's like no, that's not how you're gonna get his attention. Bring him a towel, bring him a water bottle, bring him a Gatorade. He doesn't want to see your dribble. Like the fact that you can dribble and and I play basketball too. Like, yeah, okay, like that's not how you get my attention, shorty. She think, oh, look, you know what I mean? And it's like, you look weird to me, you know what I'm saying? Because that's not what I need you for. I don't need you to dribble the ball. I need you to get me a towel. I need you to get me a water. You know what I'm saying? I need you to wipe the beads of sweat off my forehead. That's what I need. That's what's gonna attract me. So I think also she thinks that by having this financial power, I think in her mind she's going to attract someone with similar financial power. But really, the only thing that's going to happen if you bring 2 ball players together is they're going to compete. That's it. They're going to compete. They're going to see who going to dunk on who going to cross who. That's the only thing that's going to happen. Like maybe they could be on the same team if there's a bunch of other ballers on the court too that they need to form as a unit to go up against. But in reality, there's no uniformity in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah. Once we're finished competing, once I finish dunking on you, I'm gonna go on the bench and sit with the girl who got the towels and the Gatorades, who's wiping down my forehead. That's who I'm kicking it with. And you're gonna be over there. You're gonna be over there sitting on the other side of the bench, like, damn, why won't he pick me? I'm a really great basketball player, just like him.